Who sold us the lie about adulthood? Years old. Basketballs followed you immediately. You're working out to stay healthy, to stay fit, because if you must ride that man, you need to be fit to ride him well. But as an adult, you have to think about the consequences of your action. If somebody is giving you gas and it's not self-defense, they are doing both, the both of you might be entering for assault. Why is it that we don't stay babies for a little longer? Remember, the reason why you wanted to grow up so badly is because you want to have a life that no one controls. But right now, life is controlling you. My kids are already excited about being adults. Should I tell them? Genevieve Osoka, first day of April 2025, in my room, but I decided to wear sunglasses. So I consider this video a rant. During the course of this video, at some point, I'm going to take off my glasses, and I may not also take off my glasses because I don't want you guys to see me probably vulnerable. And I just want to enjoy this as much as I can doing it, because I tried to put up this look because that's an expression of how I generally feel about this rant. So you saw the caption, you saw the thumbnail, you saw something that made you to click on this video, and I hope it's worth it for you by the time you're done with this video. So without wasting so much time, I want to ask a question. Who sold us the lie about adulthood? Okay. Who told us, who gave us a reason to look forward to being adults? I remember growing up as a child, I looked forward to being an adult. I felt I was going to have my own time, do whatever I have to do without anybody telling me what to do. Nobody's going to tell you what to do. Nobody's going to be the boss over your life. You don't have to seek consent of your parents. I see my children also being very excited about growing up. You know, a lot of don't do this, don't do that, here and there, you know, of being a child or a teenager, and you want to grow up so fast. So I'm wondering, the person that sold us the lie about adulthood. So you saw everything that happens in the life of an adult, and you chose to sell it to people as something to look forward to. Do you know that you have just 18 years in your life to be a non-adult, and the rest of your life you have to be working hard to prove a point every single day? Yes, you can bring the I don't care theory, oh I do what I want to do theory, but the truth is that you don't have a choice. We are all screwed. The moment you step into 18 years old, basketballs followed you immediately. You don't have to consent to it. You don't even have to agree. Even if you did not look forward to it, once you clock 18, basketballs followed you immediately. Can you imagine how my life was all well and good? And then at some point, I grew up. By the time I was turning 17, 18, I was getting into uni, very excited, right? Yeah, my life was about to start. And that was, say hello to independence. I had to start winging life. I had to start figuring out how to survive in the university. That was my first time of experiencing real toxic people. I experienced, different kind of people in my secondary school, but university was my first hit. And then you also understand that in so many people's story, you are toxic too. You could be a villain in so many people's story. And I'm just wondering, With the excitement I used to enter adulthood and what hit me back, who sold the lie that adulthood is supposed to be fun? Anyway, I don't mean to bore you guys, and I will try not to make this an impossible rant. But I recently asked ChatGPT, and I asked ChatGPT my responsibilities as an adult. So ChatGPT said, I'm a mom and a parent. That's a compartment. I'm a wife, a compartment. I'm a Christian, a believer, a compartment. I am conscious of my health and wellness. Also, skincare girly. And I'm also a content creator, an entrepreneur. I have a daughter. I also have a career. And I'm also an intentional parenting enthusiast. And so much more. The list is very long. So I now started explaining the things that I have to do. So as a mom and as a parent, I have to take care of myself first, because I mean, the kids will not enjoy you, your family will not enjoy you, they can't pour from an empty cup. So take care of myself and my mental health. I have to look after the kids, make sure they are well fed, make sure that their clothing is okay, make sure that they brush their teeth twice a day, make sure they go to bed when they're supposed to go to bed, make sure they wake up on time, get them ready for school, get to school on time, their homework is done, they are feeding well, the house is clean and decent enough to make them to thrive in a healthy environment. Be sure that they are not traumatized, they're having a wonderful childhood, they are responsible people, they are respectful, you teach them values. Because I'm Igbo, I want them to learn Igbo language. I also want them to be the best of whatever they want to be, basically. And I have 3 of these children, and all that I have mentioned, I will do it for the 3 children. This is not even all. The list is very long for what I have to do for my kids as a mom and a parent. And because I'm a mom, I also have a 4th child who is my husband. I have to mommy him in, some areas, take care of him, look after him, men are babies, wife. So being a wife is easy, right? Oh, you're married. We look forward to getting married as children. Now as an adult, you're married, you have to be a wife. And by definition of a wife, you have to be a good wife. I'm not talking about what the society is expecting of you. Now, from what ChatGPT is giving to me, ChatGPT was talking to me based on studying my personality. So ChatGPT knows that everything I want to do in life, I want to do it well. Not because there's pressure on me to do it well, but because I have a principle that guides me that if I have my name on something, I do it well. So I'm a mom, I want to mommy well. No pressure, but I want to be the best mom I can be for my kids. At least I have tried. Is it possible that you might, make some mistakes, hiccups, and fail? Yes, but then personally, I want to do everything that I'm doing. I want to do it at least well enough. So being a wife, it's not any different. I want to be a good wife. So to be a good wife, prayerful, study the man, protect your husband, pray for him, have a secret place dedicated to your husband where you're praying for him and you're calling forth his destiny every single day. You're protecting him, you're cooking healthy meals for him, you make sure that he's staying healthy, he's staying fit. You're respectful, you're being submissive, you're being loving, you're being caring, you make sure your husband dresses well. If he doesn't, you look after your husband. The list of the things that I've mentioned, please go to the place for mom, parent, add this one under. No, that is like stage 2. And I'm not exhausting them because I don't want this video to be so long. Just the things that you have to do for your husband. You have to also stay hot. Now basically staying hot comes to the top of it, because for every single one of those compartments of my life, for me to be able to function well in those compartments, firstly you have to you have to look after yourself. So for me to be a good wife, I also have to be mentally sound, physically fit, very important. You go to the gym, you work out. Even if you're not going to the gym, you're working out to stay healthy, to stay fit. Because if you must ride that man, you need to be fit to ride him well. As in the type of riding that after riding him, when he goes to work the next day, what he'll be seeing is, his head will be spinning like this. You get what I mean, ladies? You get what I mean? I want to believe that this is adult conversation, so kids are not welcome in the room. Because the reason why I don't want kids in the room when I'm making this video is because I don't want to ruin your childhood for you. And one of the things that made your childhood or makes childhood beautiful is looking up to, expectations of being an adult and how beautiful it's going to be being an adult. It's like the whole Santa Claus thing. So I won't ruin it for you, kids, child. If you think being an adult is fine, yeah, grow up. Grow up. See you at the top. That's it for being a wife. You have to, protect him in every space and also while you're protecting him, you also have to honor him and respect him. Respect your husband, submit to his leadership. And if your husband is not leading you the way you want to be led, you also have to, you don't provoke authority, you appeal to authority. Have you studied the Proverbs 31 woman? Yes. Have you seen how she was a wife, a virtuous woman? Wake up in the morning, you care for your family, care for your husband, you also trade, you also make money, you also save the money, you do everything. In fact, by the standard of the Proverb 31 woman, your husband does nothing. He sits at the gate chatting while you are the Odoziak and the Oriak. They didn't tell you. Moving on. You are a child of God. As a child of God, what is expected of me as an adult child of God? The Bible says that the babies suck milk. So as we grow, we're no longer sucking milk. We are growing to understand the word of God. So what are you doing? You have to study the word. You have to study the word. You have to have a secret place, praying to God. You have to have a relationship with God. There are so many things you need to do. You have to be intentional about having a relationship with God. So your secret place has to be under fire. You have to have a prayer life, tongue talking, spirit filled, and there are values that will follow you as a child of God. You're going to be judged as a child of God, and you will learn to forgive people that judge you. You're going to learn forgiveness. In fact, front load forgiveness even before people hurt you. And you're going to do that smiling, and you're happy. As you're going through this adult life and people are crushing you, you'll be happy, smiling chin to chin. Because remember, you're a Christian, you're a child of God, and you're an ambassador of the kingdom of God. So if you're an ambassador of the kingdom of God, you're going to let things go. People are going to trample on you. Remember, when they slap you on this cheek, you turn the other cheek, they'll slap you here. You still want to grow up? Because as a child, you're going to get away with so many things, but once you become an adult, you're not going to get away with it. Because as a child, if someone gives you bars, you give the person bows. But as an adult, you have to think about the consequences of your action. If somebody is giving you bars and it's not self-defense, they are doing bows, the both of you might be entering for assault. You can be doing bows before you know it, you've unalived somebody and you're a murderer. I'm not saying that you can get away with it as a child, but what I'm telling you is that the consequences of your actions, they are clearer to you as an adult. As a child, you might not even know the consequences of what you're doing. But as an adult, once you grow, the consequences are clear to you. So, do you still want to grow up? Okay. Don't answer me yet. So, health and fitness, the constant need for you to be conscious about your health will just come up. You have to stay healthy. You have to keep working your bones to make sure your bones are strong. You have to eat healthy. You have to exercise. You have to take care of yourself. Be conscious of things that get into your body. You can eat everything when you're below 30 and get away with it. But once you hit 30, you can't get away with eating anything and behaving anyhow. You can't just get away with it. Things just change dramatically. So it's left for you to make the right choices, especially with lifestyle generally. Lifestyle choices. Right now, I eat some things and my body revolts. So when I was growing up as a child, my parents would not give you so much sugar and sugary things for so many reasons. Diabetes runs in the family. You're going to be hyper. They don't want you to be hyper and all that sugar rush. And I was looking forward to growing and eating chocolate the way I want. Right now, if I want to go to the store and buy all the chocolates and eat, I can afford to do that. But you're not even doing it. Remember, the reason why you wanted to grow up so badly is because you want to have a life that no one controls. But right now, life is controlling you. Your parents are not even controlling you, but life is controlling you. Try it. Eat anyhow. No, I dare you to. Live your life without exercising. Somewhere is waiting for you. The results will show. I am like Pashandi. No matter what I eat, it does not show. Don't worry. Ma worry. It will show somewhere. Okay? So, all the excitement about adulthood, all the excitement that we thought we were going to have, we just got to the gates. And what we saw is that we just started a journey that really has no end. A journey of continuous thrive, to be better, to be something, to fill a space in our hearts. And there is no end to it. It just goes on and on and on. It messes up with your mind, it messes up with your spirit, it messes up with your soul. And in the midst of all the mess, you pick yourself up and you continue going. You keep going every day. You're looking forward to the next day. You're looking forward to the next achievement. You're looking forward to the next task. You're looking forward to the next victory, to the next conquest. There is just no end. It's just continuity, one step at a time. 1 minute you're trying to get into school, the next minute you've graduated, the next minute you're wondering what you're doing with your life. You realize that you don't even need a degree that you worked so hard to get, and then your life is starting all over again and you're finding new ways to survive. At some point your priorities change. It has moved from being a lawyer, being a doctor, or being whatever you want to be. It has moved from just having money in your pockets to get by, pay your bills, look after yourself, look after your family, take care of yourself, stay alive. And that is the lie that was sold to us as adults. Someone actually sold us this lie that adulthood is a very beautiful place to be, and we all worked so hard to become adults, and this is what we get. No, tell me, who is running your life? Are you truly in charge of your life as an adult? I dare ya. Tell me. Are you truly in charge of your life as an adult? I guess you know the answer. Hell no, you're not. Oh my God. And you think life is just going to stop at health and fitness. And there is a thing called skincare. You're trying to lose weight and stay in shape. And then you're also dealing with terrible acne that can come with you having PCOS or whatever problems as a woman. There is period cramp. There is labor pain. There are so many other things that happens in your life as a woman. Oh, you've had enough children, and then how do we not have more children? And there's this conversation with you and your partner. Are we getting a vasectomy or are we having implants? I give it to some men who are now taking up, it's a conversation that is going on. So many men are taking up vasectomy so that the woman's body can rest, while some men are saying no, they wouldn't get their vasectomy. You have the conversation about your skin. Your hormone messes you up. Look at the skin of a newborn baby. How beautiful, smooth, spotless. I look at my 7-year-old and I'm like, this boy was just so perfect when I had him. And he's hitting 7. His teeth is falling out and he's not even coming back perfect. He's coming back thunderously disorganized. And life has not even started for him. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I mean, it can be fixed with braces. But what I'm saying is, growing up makes things tough. Why is it that we don't stay babies for a little longer? Let's say you're a baby till like 24 months or 3 years. That's when you start walking. You're going to be nursed for 3 years, then you start walking, and then by the time you're ready to leave what is called 18 years, will be like 30. Like at the age of 30, that's now when life starts for you. That's when you become an adult. So that since life expectancy is 70 through 100, at least you've done 30 as an underaged. But no, we just have little time to spend as an underage, and then basbos, realities of life start hitting you. I don't even know if I'm passing any message, but I just wanted to talk about these issues, exactly how I feel about them. Who sold us this lie? Who sold us the lie that adulthood is a magic wand, has a magic wand that makes everything okay. I don't know if it's only me that looked forward to growing up and being an adult. Who sold us the lie? So to all my skincare girlies, both the people who are succeeding at it and who are not succeeding at it, don't you miss your face as a child when you didn't have to worry about skincare? Do you know how expensive it is for you to do all of this? All these things that I've been listing, do you know that it takes money to do it? And yet we are all rushing to join adulthood. As if life is not so difficult. You are now very ambitious adults. Nobody sent you. Adulthood on its own go whine you. And then you now want to join being ambitious to it. What is wrong with sleeping and waking up, being basic? No. You want to be a jack of all trade and master of all. Something similar to what ChatGPT told me. You are a content creator and an entrepreneur. You're also a lawyer, and also you have a job that you're doing, which is not even your career path, but you have to do the job and do it well. Because remember, for every single thing that I do, every single thing that I want to do, I want my name written on it. I want my name written on it that I did it well. So even though that job is not my bus stop, it's not my final bus stop, I also have to do it well. So I have a regular job, a content creator, an entrepreneur. I'm also a practicing lawyer back in Nigeria. Yeah, I still retain my clients. And I also have a thriving business. Of course, content creation is a business. So when I say I'm an entrepreneur, I don't mean just my other side hustles. I also mean content creation is a business. And you're doing all of that. Why are you not contented with the job that you're doing and you go and sleep? No, you want to make a mark in this world. Adulthood has not slapped you. Am I talking to myself or am I talking to everybody? Finally, I am someone's daughter. So you also owe responsibilities to your parents to be a good daughter. I'm fortunate that my dad is late anyway, but my mom is not the parent that bothers you. She's comfortable, but then you are a responsible adult, so you should know to honor your parents as and when due to honor them. Always honor your parents. Part of honoring your parents is money. You want to be a good daughter to them. You want to be there for them, at least while they are alive and while they are on earth. Let them feel the impact of the sacrifices that they have made in raising you into a responsible adult. So the cycle continues. Can you make a list of all the things that I have said here? Right? And this is just the compartments of my own life. Some people have more compartments than I do, while some people have less compartments than I do. But in the midst of all this, we are all going to continue to walk every single day of our lives. And at some point, you're not working for anybody. Nobody is telling you what to do. Nobody is ordering you around, yet you are walked up. That is the lie that was sold to all of us. And do you know the funny thing? The chain is going to continue until Jesus comes. And if Jesus tarries, it is going to continue. My kids are already excited about being adults. Should I tell them? Should I tell them to enjoy their sleep while they can? Because I need 8 hours of sleep every day for me to function well. And it is a complete hustle for me to get that 8 hours of sleep. I also have things that I need to do that I just need to quickly get done before I sleep. And most times, those things that I need to do creeps into my sleep time. And then I'm getting less sleep. And once I get less sleep, the next day is already a mess. So can you see the cycle of adulthood where life is telling you what to do every single day and you cannot do anything about it? It's either you give up or you give in. And every single morning you wake up from sleep, I want to tell you congratulations, you didn't give up, you gave in. You showed up. You carried every single task out. The one that life is ordering you to do, the one people sent you, and the ones you sent yourself. You show up every day for yourself, for the community around you, for your family. You show up at your job. You do it so well. You carry your chin up. And guess what? You are alive. So I'm sending this as a message of hope that adulthood did not choose you. No, it did not choose you to specifically show you shege. It's just the way it was designed to be. And life is only continue. Life is only going to continue ordering us all around. So the earlier you smile in the midst of all the chaos, in the midst of all the responsibilities, in the midst of the heavy shoulder, in the midst of all the challenges that comes with this adulthood, which is the greater part of our lives, we have to smile through it. It's not ever going to get better. It is good. It is as good as it gets. You're doing well, and as long as you're showing up, that's all that matters. If you're looking for the day it's going to stop, it's not going to stop. You can throw in the towel, but then you lose. Because tomorrow you would have woken up happier. You would have been the better version of yourself today. But you chose to throw in the towel. I was supposed to be ranting, but how am I encouraging every other person? How am I encouraging myself? Just imagine that I didn't show up here today to make this video that I know that people will not watch. How would you have known that everybody is on the same journey, basically, trying to figure it out? Sometimes we're just faffing around. The only thing that is promised is present. Nothing else is promised. Tomorrow, next tomorrow, you can't promise it. So be happy. And if you find a child around you, tell the child to be happy. Because it's never ever going to get easier. It's only going to get tougher. Because that is what adulthood gives. And tough people last. But tough situations, just about time. Oh, did you see that delivery? Boss chick. Gege. Alright guys, I've come to the end of this video. I don't know what it was I did on this video, but I just wanted to rant. And I hope my rant was ranting. Oh my god, I enjoyed making every part of this video. Okay, thank you for watching this video. If you've watched to this end, you're a family member and you like nonsense. If you watch this video to this point, you like rubbish, just leave a comment in the comment section. Subscribe to my channel and don't go away. I want to hear your own version of adulthood and how adulthood is stressing you. And if you have anything to tell a child who is not an adult, please leave it in the comment section. Okay, this is Gistwithgenevieve, and I don't know why I'm happier to end the video than making the video itself. So whatever it is, just leave me a kind comment and I'll see you in my next video. While working out, check my channel out and watch my other videos. You're gonna love it here, I promise. Bye guys.